Hi, this is Rich B in AZ with a little addendum to the Scion XB rear brake drums. We're looking at these again after only 6,000 miles, replacing the drums, which are scored very badly now. They've even got wear ridges on them, front and inside and outside. And these are Centric brake shoes. They are wearing down fast. Less than 3 millimeters now. I think they started at 4 in only 6,000 miles. So I highly recommend against these. These are also scored heavily. On the left side, it's a little hard to see with the spring on. I'll rotate it round a bit. It has to go on this way. This is a right hand threaded star wheel adjuster in here. And it has to go on with this notch on the inside at the front and this notch on the outside at the rear, because the handbrake goes into that notch and this one covers the star wheel advancer, so that's the way it goes on. Okay, so this is the rear shoe. It has the handbrake lever attached to it with a little horseshoe spring up here. In the manual they say take the cable out. See all the dirt dropping off. Don't take it out of the lever. It is a pain to take out and even worse to get back in. So make sure you have some of these before you start. If you order them on Rockart, they come in a pack of 10. So that's more than a lifetime supply. And they're cheap, they're just a couple of bucks. So, screwdriver, it's coming off. This is how you do it. It's a little tricky, especially when you've got a camera in the way and everything. So this is the front shoe. The spring attaches to this star adjuster lever, which fits just loosely over this pin. There's nothing to retain it or anything, but the thing that does retain it is this piece, which is the front end of the auto adjuster. Now it's got this notch, it's got an extra notch cut into it. I'll zoom in a bit. It's got this extra notch cut into it right here. What that does, it fits over this part of the tab here, like so, when it's installed, and it retains this piece so it can't jump outwards. So the rest of this fits in the groove, and then this retainer built into this part holds this adjuster in. Now when it's working, it's normally in this position. When the shoe goes forward, it pushes the shoe forward and it pushes the adjuster ring down. That's how it actually works on the vehicle. Okay, this is the horseshoe clip part I ordered from Rock Auto, and yeah, here's how many of these things you get. I'm calling that a lifetime supply. So, there you go. Did work out better. Lift that off. Transfer it over. There's a part that drops into a slot, and you get the spring back on. Maybe this is where the screwdriver is helpful, because you can put the screwdriver in through the hole on the end and you just leave it in. Give it a twist. And it's on. That's all there is to that. One of the things you're doing when you put new pads on, there's some little pads here that you need to put some grease on. There's 6 of them all together, 3 on each side. Now that is interesting. When I was cleaning the grease off of this top one, I noticed there's a cut mark right here. There's obviously some wear marks where the brake shoe's been moving, but there's actually a cut in this location. I'm going to get a Dremel out and grind that down. There's a lower location too right here that also has a bit of a ridge. I'll grind that off a bit too. So that wear ridge lined up exactly with this dent on the brake shoe. You can see it right there. I'll ground that ridge off. It's fairly smooth now. So hopefully it's not going to cause a problem. Another fun thing to check for when you're reassembling this. I noticed that the pin doesn't go through the hole properly. It must be a little tight. I wonder if they just drilled it too small, or the coating they put on the new brake shoe makes the hole too small. So this is a 5/16 drill, and it's a tight fit in the hole. So maybe a quick pass with that will fix it. Yep, that seems to have done the trick. Seems to be just the right size. I've already tried it on the other half and it fits. So, as you can see, the new clip just slides over. It's pretty easy. And you stick it on by squeezing those two little tabs together. I think I've got the wrong pliers. Okay, let's see if I can do this. There. Just squeezed them a little bit. It's not going to come off. It's all free to rotate. It's on. Okay, let's get the shoe on. So I'm putting that spring pin through. I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to lift the shoe up into its proper position, which is about here. Let's give that another go. Line it up, push and turn, and yeah, this time it went on just fine. Well, you should be able to do the little screwdriver trick. Almost. Okay, so the spring is on this end. Hooked it up to the spring at the bottom. Lifted it so it will go onto the pivot. Now I can work on putting this upper spring in. Okay, so the last time I was working on the brakes, I discovered a little trick making it easier to get this star wheel lever engaged, and that was to lever it up against here with a bigger screwdriver, and then put this smaller screwdriver in through the slot to hold it up. Then it's a lot easier to get the auto adjuster on. Right, let's see. What I've done is I've put the front part of the adjuster on this shoe, got the back piece on the back. Now I'm lifting them and I'm going to push the brake shoes together so that they engage like that. And then I'm going to use my screwdriver trick on this front spring attach point. And turn it, and it gradually, the spring itself goes into the slot. There it goes. Okay, so before I put the brake hub on and do the initial manual adjustment, I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to pull the handbrake up. You'll see this little lever move here. It will push this shoe forward, or that one backwards, whatever happens. And then this, the star wheel adjuster, won't move. So this did not move. Didn't hear any clicking either. Now I'm going to just lightly push down on the brake pedal, which should expand the pistons here one way or the other. This time you'll see this bit move. And you heard the click. I could hear it in the driver's seat. That is the adjuster working to turn the star wheel out. So what I've done is I've gone in and put the drum on, pushed the brake pedal down multiple times, and you can see right here the gap is opened up between the body and the star wheel. And I could hear it do one click every time. So I know that it was adjusting it out. Then it kind of stopped clicking, so I'm coming back to give it a few more clicks. So I'm going to give it 10 clicks, and then we'll see if I can get the drum on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if I can get the drum on. Just slightly rubbing the shoes. Okay, the hub was pretty loose still, so I'm going to give it another 10. A little rubbing. I'll center it again, keep going. Okay, so I'll put a couple of wheel nuts on just to hold the hub in place, finger tight. There's a little rub. I've pulled the handbrake on just to help center it as well. There's a very tiny rub there. I'm going to call that good. The handbrake came up 6 clicks and it was hard, so I think I've got this one adjusted about right. To make this thing easier to get off in the future, it's not that much of a problem here in Phoenix because it doesn't rain that much, but if you live in a rust zone, you'll want to put some grease on this flange. It doesn't affect the braking in any way, but it means it won't seize in place. Do it on the Pilot too. So this is the box the drums came in. That's their part number. Interesting to have an Aimco, Bestos, Dura and Centric part number on there. So I wonder who makes this for them.